think this is starting in a minute. All right, great. Hi. Good morning. My name is Rachael Plaine, and we're here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. It's Monday morning. It's 9 a.m., and we are about to dive into our gentle flow class. So many of you have been following along for a couple months now. So we're about to live stream our 9 a.m. class. It'll go from 9 to 10. We'll start with our meditation. We'll do some centering, some warm-up, some standing flow, and then we'll have plenty of time to relax at the end. So I hope that you guys had a great weekend. Good morning, Helen. I'm so glad to see you guys. Hopefully you can hear okay and see okay. This is a new platform that Facebook is using for the live stream, so I'm not quite used to the controls here, so I'm hoping that everything's coming across clearly. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, Sarah and Robbie and Mom. It's so good to see you guys here. I love that we have this committed crew of women and men that have been practicing with us regularly since we went online. So this is so great. I'm so glad that you guys have joined us. So let's get right to it. It's a little after 9. So we're going to start seated today for our gentle flow class. So when you're ready, you can come onto your mat, take a comfortable seat, and I will check in with you guys again at the end. So I'm so glad that you guys are here to take this important time out of your day to nurture yourself and care for yourselves and do something good for your bodies, your minds, and your spirits. So without further ado, come take a seat and start to relax, and we'll get going. Good morning, Randy, Patty, Amy from South Carolina. I love that you guys are tuning in from all across the country now. Who would have thought Little Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness is reaching folks nationwide? So that's awesome. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad that you found us. All right, let's get going. So we'll come take our seat. Great. Okay. So coming into cross legs. And we'll begin our centering here today. So you can start with your cross-legged position and just bring your hands to your knees and take some time to come into your body. So you can start with palms down. Palms down is a nice way to ground your energy, to start to drop into the space, to drop into your body. So with everything that's going on in the world around us, in our nation, in our communities, in our families, in our own minds, our own hearts, it can feel perhaps sometimes chaotic. But letting this practice be an opportunity to find some peace, to find your center, to get some ground underneath you, to feel stable, secure, and most aligned. This place where you're connected, your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit. So setting up for a good day today. So from where you are with your hands down, let's start with a couple letting go breaths. So take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Breath in. And exhale. One more time. And slow out breath. Good. Breathe in through the nose. Hold when you get to the very top of the breath. Exhaling through your nose, take a cat back, round your spine, tuck your tailbone underneath, draw the navel in and drop the chin. Let's hold the breath out for a moment. Take a deep inhale. And full exhale. And your next in-breath, float forward, lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the throat and face, open the collarbones and heart. And exhale, round back. So many of you have done this centering with me in the studio before or virtually, just working out the kinks in our spine. Inhale, open up, connecting to our breath, starting to tune in. And exhale, roll back. Bring it right into your shoulders. Inhale, shoulders rise. Exhale, back and down. And one more time, big breath. And exhale, back and down. Let the palms open up so it's the backs of the hands touching the lap. And as you exhale, drop your chin and just become aware of the back of the neck. Very simple. Take a deep breath in there and full breath out. As you breathe in, let the right ear roll over to the right shoulder. Open up the left side of the neck. Nice and easy. Exhale through center. Come the other way. Bring the other ear to the other shoulder. Open up the neck. And exhale through center. Take that one more time. Each side, nice easy head roll to one side. Through center. And then to the other side. And through center. On your next inhale, lift the head up. You can keep the eyes closed if you'd like. And breathe out where you are. Breathe into the lowest part of the belly, the middle section of the ribs, the upper part of the heart and chest. And as you exhale, release the chest, relax the ribs, relax the belly. Breathe all the breath out so you're empty at the bottom of the breath, nothing left. And then do that again. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Exhale fully through the nose. Continue that on your own. And coming into that 3-part Dirga breath, each in-breath filling up your whole entire being, your physical body, your heart, your mind, breathing in new energy, new prana, new life force. And as you exhale, an opportunity to release, to let go, to soften, to remove any obstacles or anything that's not serving you. And take that a couple times, just that deep, steady in and out breath. Good. And as thoughts may come or go, just let them float by without any attachment or aversion. Allowing this practice to be an opportunity to let us find that steady peace, regardless of what might be happening outside of that center within ourselves. Finding a steady flow of peace, of joy, regardless of situation, of people, of external forces, of whatever's happening around us. Could we stay in that place of peace, of that internal peace, that internal joy, without attachment or aversion? And then the next time that you breathe in, bring your hands together in front of the heart, let your palms touch. And as you exhale, bow your head to yourself and take a moment to form an intention for today. If that's new for you, your intention could be as simple as what brought you here. What's causing you to tune into this class this morning? What do you need in your body or your mind or your heart to help support you, to help you make your way more easefully or gracefully or peacefully into this day, into this week? And then the next time that you breathe in, slide your hands to the ceiling, lengthen the arms and lift the face. You could open the eyes. And exhale, open the arms wide. Bring the chin right to the chest. Let the fingertips find the ground. And just do that a couple times. So really simple. Inhale, lift the arms. That's a sun breath. You're linking your breath with your movement. And exhale, lower. This is our gentle flow class. So we're just coming out of our meditation into our warm-up. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Nice and easy. On your next inhale, take the right arm out to the side, up and over to the left. Big stretch. Hold there. Good. Pick it up. Bring the other hand out and up, other arm. Stretch up and over and hold. Good, bring it back up. Let's bring the hands behind you, interlace fingers, press the fist down so you can open up the heart. So squeeze the backs of the shoulders together, lift the chest. And then release the gaze, release the hands and roll the shoulders. Before we go any further, just switch the cross of your legs. So if you're in cross leg, put the other leg in front. So if the hips are getting tired, just give them a little break to switch sides. Lift the arms up. And as you exhale, twist towards the right. Keep your spine long. Bring your left hand to the right knee, the right hand behind you. Sit up tall and find a steady gaze just to your focal point. So working through those 6 movements of the spine, flexion, extension, lateral flexion or side bending and rotation. So we're nice and warm as we start to flow through our postures today. And an in-breath, lift the arms. As you exhale, switch and pause. Couple deep breaths here. On an in-breath, lift the arms. And as you exhale, one more time, hands behind. Maybe interlace your fingers the non-habitual way. So other thumb or finger on top. Press the fist down, squeeze the shoulders together so you puff up the chest and spread the collarbones and look up. Exhale, release the gaze, release the hands, big shoulder roll. Let's unwind our legs, tip back, bring your feet to the ground, and take just a couple windshield wipers, side to side, back and forth. So any tension that might have gathered in the hips or the knees, letting that go. Good job. And then bring the knee right up through center. Extend your left leg out and bring your right foot to your inner thigh. So you're coming into a half straddle. So left leg out, right foot to inner thigh. Flex your left toes, pull your left toes up, and you'll either have your hands in front of you, if that feels okay, with a long spine. We're not rounding, we're lengthening up, hands in front. If it's too much on the hamstring or the low back or the pelvis, if it's feeling very congested and like there's not a lot of space, bring your hands behind you and you can maybe kind of lean back a little bit to give some more space for your back. Otherwise, hands in front. And if there's even more space when you're here and you feel like you could go deeper, go ahead and walk the hands forward. But we're going to focus on more of a long, flat back. So instead of hunching and rounding, see if you could lengthen. You could be on your hands, your fingers, your forearms, however you want to be, but try to keep a long back. And then engage your left leg. So flex your foot a lot. Toes are pointing up to the ceiling, sole of the foot shining forward. Perhaps feeling this in the hamstring, the back of the left leg, the back body, the hips. And breathing. And just like we talked about in our centering, the same thing in our yoga practice. So there might be some postures or some poses that we absolutely love that feel so good on our bodies. Maybe our bodies happen to be open in the hamstrings or the hips and this is easy for you. Or perhaps there's some postures that don't feel so good, that feel more of a challenge, that don't work so well seemingly on your body, that might feel a little more of an edge for you. So just noticing where you're at with this particular posture and seeing if you could practice that non-attachment. So forgetting if it's good or bad or right or wrong, just being with that sensation and coming back to that place of internal peace and steadiness. Good, come on up. I'm going to switch sides so you can use your hands on that back of the knee to kind of pull the leg back in and then send the other leg out. So half straddle, right leg out, left foot to the inner thigh, hands either in front or behind because you want to keep that long back. And if you're in front and there's still room, go ahead and walk forward and you can kind of come onto the fingertips or the palms or the forearms, long back. Flex your foot of that right leg, engage the muscles, wrapping them around the bones. And seeing if you could soften the forehead, the eyes, the jaw. Just breathing into any place of sensation, wherever you're feeling this right now. Send your breath there. Good. Come on up. We'll take a full straddle here, so you can take that bent leg and just move it out to the side. And with hands behind you, maybe scooch the hips and pelvis forward and flex both your feet. Let's all start with our hands behind. So this is going to just kind of help open the heart and chest and alleviate maybe any pressure or tension in the low back. So just close the eyes with hands behind and that flat back, but really activate your legs. So flex the feet a lot, firm up the leg muscles. And breathe and feel that open heart, feel that open chest. So being open to this new day, receiving love, giving love, remembering any intention that you set. Excellent. And you can stay here or bring the hands in front, but if you find that the pelvis tucks under right away, bring the hands back behind you. If you can stay up on the sit bones with hands in front, do it. And if you want to walk forward. But again, not trying to round and hunch, just trying to find that long flat back. So it might not be a very deep fold, and take a few breaths. You could still have your hands behind too, so you don't have to come in front at all. Just a couple more breaths. Good. Lengthen to come up, pedal the hands back. Bring your hands to the outer edges of the legs so you can help squeeze the legs back together. And then bend one knee, bend the other knee, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. I'm just going to spin this way. Toes forward, heels back, fingers face the hips. Press into your hands and open the chest. So you're stretching the wrists and the arms. And you could stay here in this modified reverse table all the way up to reverse table. So you could start halfway where you just lift your hips a little bit, or bring your hips right up to the height of your thighs, chin to chest, or even let your head fall back if that feels comfortable. A couple breaths. Take another deep inhale. As you exhale, sit the hips down. You're going to come to tabletop. So swing the legs around to the back and come on to all fours. And then when you get to all fours, bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, bring the knees under the hips, and just wag the hips left to right a couple of times. So lean in to that outer edge of the hip, the IT band. Just wagging left to right. Good job. And then let the hips be right above the knees. Sink back to child's, and you can keep the knees hip width distance. A lot of times we start with a wide knee child's, but for today, let the belly and the chest land on the thighs, because we're going to take this to a side stretch in a moment. So belly and chest land on the thighs, forehead down. For some of us, our hips might be high. It might look more like a puppy pose. That's totally fine. Wherever your hips are is okay. But you're bowing towards the ground, connecting to the earth, holding here, stretching your back. And then pedal your hands to the right. And you can let the hips kind of dip over to the left. So you're going to walk your hands to the right, dip the hips to the left, big side stretch in the ribs and the waist. Drop the head again and breathe. Good. Come the other way. Walk the hands to the opposite side. Dip the hips away from the hands. Drop the head and breathe. Good. Walk the hands back through center and roll forward through a cat pose all the way to your belly. So come all the way down. You can bend the elbows, make a pillow for the head, stack the palms or fists, bend the knees, toes up, and let the legs fall left to right. So this is our gentle flow class. So we're moving slowly, mindfully, gently. Just gradually coaxing the body open. Nice, easy stretching, easy, slow movement. And start to stir the shins around. So open up the knees. Feel your low back soften. So no need to force or push here, just nice and easy. And then circle the shins the other way. Let your legs come long. On an in-breath, lift the right leg just a few inches to the back of the room. And exhale, set it down. Lift your other leg a few inches to the back of the room. And exhale, set it down. Bring your hands underneath your chest or underneath your shoulders, back near the chest. Press into the hands. Elevate the chest to a baby cobra. Just teeny tiny. Press into the pubic bone. Press into the hips. Point the elbows back. Slide the shoulders down. And exhale, lower. Do that again. Inhale, pick it up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, pick it up, baby cobra, and then slide one hand forward, slide the other hand forward, come up onto the elbows, lift the heart, anchor the pubic bone down so you can slide your tailbone towards your heels, and you're in Sphinx pose. Lift the chest. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder, and then bring your chin to your chest. And then drop your left ear, or raise your left ear to your left shoulder, and come back through center. And do that one more time. Big circle to the right. And when you get to the top, pause. And now drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Bring your chin to your chest. Roll the right ear to the right shoulder. All the way up through center, and do it again. Left ear to left shoulder. Through center, right ear to right shoulder, and through center. Take a breath. As you exhale, relax your chest. So slump your chest and soften your bottom, and then drop your head. So just kind of hang off of the shoulders. Relax your bum, relax the head. Roll the head left to right. Slumpy chest and heart, just kind of hanging off those shoulders. Dropping the head, rolling it side to side, relaxing the backs, the legs, the glutes, the hamstrings. And now we're going to rise up. So let the head hang. Press into the elbows. Press into the pubic bone. Lift the chest. Firm up the legs and send the gaze in front of the fingertips and hold in Sphinx pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open the elbows, come back to your belly. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulders, press back. Let's take a wide knee child's, touch the big toes, widen the knees. Sink the hips back, extend the arms, the belly's through the thighs. And then roll left to right, roll across the forehead, shift the hips. And then pause. Stay here or hands to prayer. Stay here or bend the elbows and forearms come back to head. Couple breaths. Good. Extend the arms. Shift forward to tabletop, all fours. Curl your toes under. And we're going to walk out one more time, but this time to puppy pose. So keep the hips high and melt the chest, and then drop the forehead or the chin and hold for a couple breaths. So stretch out the bottoms of your feet. The toes are curled under, the spine is long, the heart is melting, the arms are active and strong, the fingers are spread wide. Couple breaths. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. We're going to press into our hands so we can rock up to a forward fold. So press into your hands. Rock the body weight onto the feet. Keep the knees bent if you'd like. Walk the hands back and then hang out in this forward fold. Feet hip width. Shake your head yes. Knees could be softly bent. And then shake the head no. Let the head hang. Let the shoulders hang. Roll them up, back, and down a couple times. Loosen up the shoulders. And And then bend the knees and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. At the top, take a big sun breath, lift the arms out and up, let your palms touch. And exhale, slide your hands to prayer. You're going to stay here for a couple breaths. So close your eyes, stand up tall, hands in prayer. You're in Tadasana or mountain pose with hands in prayer position. And just feel your breath again. Take a moment to notice what it's like to be standing upright. Feel your feet grounded and rooted towards the earth and the crown of the head lifted and expansive up towards the sky. Long, strong body, open, loving heart. Remembering any intention that you might have set for today. How do you want to feel? How do you want to show up? How can this practice support your body, your mind, and your heart? Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, release the arms. Take a sun breath, inhale, lift. You're going to do a half sun salutation with bent knees. Bend the knees, open the arms, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, bring your hands to your shins, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Exhale, bend the knees, melt over the legs. And inhale, reverse swan dive. So you come up with a straight back, legs straight into the top, palms touch. And exhale, hands to prayer. Let's stay standing. Just pause here for a moment. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, release the arms. Take one more sun breath. As you exhale, catch your hips and walk up to the top of the mat. Stand more on the left foot and send the right leg back to a high lunge. So different than warrior one. You're on the ball of the back foot. The back leg is straight. The hips are square. And inhale, lift the arms. You're going to pause here. Take a couple breaths. On an inhale, straighten the front knee. As you exhale, open up to warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Widen your stance and bend the front knee. So you're in that warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Ankles are right below the wrist. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Look over front fingers. Coming in and out of this, straighten the legs, let the palms touch. Look to the side. And exhale, rebend the front knee, open the arms, look to the front. Again, inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, lower. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Hold the bottom. Couple breaths. On an in-breath, straighten the front leg and dance back, reverse triangle, back hand to back leg, top arm rises. Inhale, open arms, shoulder height. Hold here, straight legs. Slide the arm bones forward and bump the hips back. Bring the front hand to the shin, the ankle, or the ground behind that front leg. Lift the top arm. You're in triangle, so the goal is not to touch the ground. If you can touch the ground, go for it. But you don't have to. You have a very beautiful triangle with the hand on the shin. You're trying to get the torso above your bottom leg and kind of glue the shoulders back to an imaginary wall behind you. So holding here, looking up. If that bothers your neck, look down. Firm up the legs. So engage the thighs, the quadriceps. Breathing, pausing. On an inhale, top arm pulls you up. Bend the front knee and dance back with a bent front knee, reverse warrior. Good. Open arm, shoulder height. Keep the bend in the front knee. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, slow cartwheel down. One arm, the other arm, and just pivot on the ball of the back foot and soften the back knee. You're going to hold here and breathe. Bow the head to the heart. Just pause for a moment. Take a couple breaths. Good. Come up on your fingertips. Lift your chest. You could stay here, or if you feel stable and balanced, bring one hand to the thigh, bring the other hand to the thigh. Place the hands on top or interlace your fingers and press the chest back and the thigh forward. You'll hold there in this knee down lunge. Back toes could be curled under or uncurled, whatever feels better. Release the interlaced fingers. Lift the arms to frame the head if you have your balance. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, release the hands to hold the hips, or if you have your balance, bring the hands to the low back, just like you would in modified camel, and just lift the chest up. If you wanted to lift the heart, you could test your balance and look up. And then release the gaze, walk the hands back. We're going to do one more thing here. Take your front foot, your left foot, and wiggle it out to the left. And then bring your left hand inside the left foot. So you're in lizard lunge. And you could have your hands on the ground or on blocks. So if the ground feels like it's too far away, grab your yoga blocks, grab whatever you have nearby, and put it underneath your hands. There is an option here to come onto your forearms. You could drop down whether you're on blocks or not. I'm going to stay up, but if you want to be on your forearms, come on down. So your choice, be on forearms or be on hands or blocks, and take a few breaths. Good. Back out of your hips enough so that you can unweight the front foot and slide it back to meet the back leg. Take your hands right underneath your shoulders. Glide forward to a modified knee down plank. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, point your elbows to the back of the room. Modified chaturanga. Come to your belly. Hands underneath shoulders, back near chest. Lift to cobra. Lift the heart. Point the elbows back. Slide the shoulders down. Open up just as far as you want. And exhale, release to your belly. Let's take it back to a child's pose. Press into your hands. Come all the way back. Knees hip width or wide, your choice. You're going to land in your child's, any arm variation you want, and take a breath. And let's take a moment to land and notice the rhythm of your heart, the pattern of your breath, how you feel right now. Now that we're getting everything moving, we're picking up the pace a little, just tuning back in, dropping back in, and noticing how you feel. Good. When you're ready, come back to tabletop, and just know that you can rest in child's whenever you want. In this class, in any class, during your day, curl your toes under. Either walk out to puppy, that was option one, that's what we did in the beginning of our flow, so you can come back to that. Or if you want to take it to dog this time, just walk the hands a little further forward, toes curled under, knees rise, and hips press back to dog. Let's take a letting go breath here, so breathe in through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth. Twice more, big breath in. Full breath out. And one more time, breathe in as much as you can. And let go. Take one moment in your down dog. Maybe bend the knees a little and pull the hips further back just to get a big stretch, or keep the legs straight. Couple breaths. Whether you are in dog or puppy, come back to forward fold. So either stepping hands to feet or feet to hands, or rolling up to stand on your 2 feet. Feet hip width, you'll give your head shake yes. Inviting in whatever you want today, saying yes to that. Shake your head no, releasing any tension physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Let it go, let it fall right out the top of the head. Shake it out. And let the head hang. Bend the knees, roll on up, take your time, arms dangle off the shoulders. At the top, fly up. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, straight through prayer. Pause there. Standing in Tadasana with hands in prayer position. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release your arms. The whole thing from the top. Sun breath. Inhale. Bend your knees, exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins, stretch out, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold, bend the knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive with bent knees. Straighten your legs at the top, palms touch. Exhale through prayer, eyes closed, stand up tall. Deep inhale. Exhale, release the arms. Last sun breath. Inhale. Stay standing. Exhale, open arms, catch hips. Walk to the top of the mat. Once you get there, stand on the right foot, send the left leg back. You're coming into a high lunge or crescent lunge. Hips are square, front knee bent, back leg straight. Inhale, arms rise. Hold there, a few breaths. Strong, stable, confident body. Well balanced. Taking a few deep inhales and exhales. When you're ready, front leg straightens and open up to warrior two. So the back heel spins down, the body opens. There's a little wiggling in the feet, so you can widen your stance. Bring the front heel in line with the arch of the back foot, bend the front knee, and then go ahead and look out over front fingers and take a few breaths in warrior two. Flowing with our breath here, inhale, legs straighten, arms lift, palms touch, gaze shifts. Exhale, warrior two, arms open, look to the side or over the front fingers. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Last time up. And exhale, hold the bottom, deep in breath, full out breath. Reverse triangle, inhale, straighten legs, look up, dance back. Breathe out. When you're ready, up through center, legs stay straight this time. You're going to slide the arms forward, bump the hips back, coming into triangle, trikonasana, front hand to shin, to ankle or ground, top arm lifts. But everything's straight. The legs are straight, the arms are straight, the spine is straight. So you're choosing where that bottom arm goes. Look up to the top hand, to the side wall, or down to the ground. Your choice, but try to really open the belly and the heart and the chest and stretch the head away from your pubic bone. Really long spine. Strong legs. Pull the quadriceps up. Engage the legs. When you're ready, rise up. Press down into your feet. Bend the front knee. Dance back. First warrior. Keep your legs in warrior. Open your arms to warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Deep inhale. And exhale, cartwheel it down. One arm, other arm. Pivot on ball, back foot. Soften knee. And bow your head to your heart. Holding here. And breathing. Back toes either curled under or flat, uncurled. Up to you. Couple breaths. Either stay with that or bring one hand to thigh, other hand to thigh, interlace fingers, press thigh bone forward, glide the chest back, open the heart and collarbones, and breathe. Either stay here or release the hands, sweep them out and up to frame the head, just like you did in your high lunge. Same thing. Breathing here, deep breath. Exhale, release the hands, touch your hips or your low back, fingers down, elbows back. Maybe open up the heart, look up. Look back, release the hands, touch the ground. Last thing, that lizard pose, right? So the right foot moves out to the right hand comes inside the right foot. And you can just bow here. And the hands, again, on ground or blocks, be on hands or drop to forearms. Wherever you are, you're going to stay, whether you're on hands or forearms or blocks. Bow the head, breathe into the hips, and hold here. If you're on your forearms, come back onto your hands. Back out of the hips, you can unweight the front foot and drag that leg back. Shift the body forward to a modified knee down plank, shoulders above the wrist, engaging the core, the abdominal muscles, lengthening the spine. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, elbows point back, arm bones hug the body, come to your belly. Inhale to cobra, anchor the pubic bone, lift the heart, point the elbows back, glide the chest forward. Reach the heart forward to come down as you breathe out. And hold at the bottom. Make a pillow for the head again. Relax here. Bend the knees again, toes up. And windshield wiper the legs again. Circle the shins one way to loosen up the knees like we did in the very beginning. Circle them the other way. Let them come long. Bend your left knee. Let your left toes come up towards the ceiling and pause. Option 1 is you're just going to stay here. Option 2, you can turn onto the right side of the face. If you can, you could release the left arm back, and if the foot feels accessible, go ahead and grab onto the foot and pull your heel towards your bottom. So you're really stretching the quadricep. If that's too much, just put the hands underneath the head and keep that knee bent and just keep the forehead down. If you'd like to bring the head back to neutral, you can bring your forehead back to the ground if you're in that quadricep stretch. From this quadricep stretch, there's an option to open up to half bow. So if you'd like, kick your foot into your hand and let that pick your chest up. And then you can come right up onto the forearm. And you can let it kind of be like a parallel bar across the front of the mat, or you could bring it to like a sphinx pose, wherever the hand feels comfortable. And you could hold the outer edge or the inner edge of the foot. Really open up the heart and chest. Look towards the front. Take a breath. And exhale, lower the chest, release the foot, bring the hand underneath the forehead. Internally rotate your legs. Let your big toes touch. Open your heels away and kind of like roll the thighs in towards each other. And then drop the head if it's not already. Relax your low back. The space around the sacrum, that triangular bone at the base of your spine that connects to your tailbone. Feel all of that soften. Creating space. Good. And then let's parallel out our feet again. Take that quadricep stretch on the other side. So bend the right knee, toe up to the ceiling. So we can all do this. So this is choice 1. You just kind of hang out there. If you want to maybe roll the ankle or do anything here, you could. So that's one choice. Just bend the knee and pause. You don't have to go any deeper. If you want, turn onto the left side of the face so you can help to free up the right arm and reach back for the foot. Wherever you want to hold on the foot, the inside, the outside, the top of the foot. Pull the heel towards your bum just until you feel a sensation, and either stay on the side of the face or bring the forehead back down and breathe. To intensify this, press the pelvis into the mat, the pubic bone, the hip points. Good. You can stay with this. Or if you want to open up, you're going to kick the foot into the hand, and that's what pulls the chest up, almost like a seesaw, and then come up onto the forearm. Open the chest, hold the outer edge, the top or the inner edge of the foot. Open the heart, look forward, breathing here. Take a deep in breath. As you exhale, lower down. Release the foot. Hands underneath forehead one more time. Big toes touch, heels wide, and roll those thighs in towards each other. Relax your bum. Relax the backs, the legs, the hips, the low back. Good. Straighten out the legs. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, back near the chest, pressing the hands all the way back to child's. Sink back, take the arms alongside the body. With the backs, the hands touch the ground, palms open. Hold there or catch your heels. You could hold here, or you could come up to rabbit. You could roll up to the hairline, lifting the hips. If you want it deeper, just lift the head a little more, tuck the chin, come back down on the top of the head. Opening up the upper back, the space between the shoulder blades, and breathe.
Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release the hips towards the heels. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Slowly roll up to sit on your heels. Head's the last to lift. You're going to stay here. So if this is not comfortable sitting on your heels, come to cross-legged. Open the palms, backs the hands touch the lap. Close your eyes and come back home to your breath. Take a deep inhale. And full exhale. Let the breath calm the fluctuations of your mind again. Coming back to this place of peace, of ease, of grace. This true north or center, this ability to be grounded and peaceful and aligned despite anything else that's happening outside of that. Any external forces, good or bad, right or wrong, letting all that go. And finding that inner peace, that inner joy, that inner grace. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release, drop the chin, slide the hands off the lap, come to seated if you're not already. Swing the legs around to the front. Let's bring the feet together, the knees apart. So you're in bound angle or Baddha Konasana. Sit up tall. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, hinge forward at the hips. You could be with a long flat back. You could bring your hands to your feet. You could round the back. You could press the forearms to your calves, wherever you want to be in this bound angle. Take a few breaths. You could release the feet, bring the forearms to the ground, palms open. So you find a place and take a couple breaths. Good. Lengthen your spine to come up. Bring your hands to your ankles if they're not already there. Sit up super tall. Float the heart up through the arm bones. Lift the chest. Lift the face. Look up. And then release the gaze back down to the feet. Slide the hands along the shins to take a hold of the knees. Bring the legs towards each other. Send the left leg long. Keep the right knee bent and the right sole of the foot to the mat. Hold the right shin. Keep your left leg hip width or bring it in line with your belly button, and then cross the right foot over the left leg, holding the shin, sit up tall. So you're going to come into a twist. You're going to lift the same arm as bent leg. Pause there. And then wrap towards that bent leg. Hug it into the elbow crease of your free arm. Take the long arm down to the ground. Anchor your fingers down so you can rise up. So you root down through the fingers and tailbone to rise up through the top of the head. Staying there, hooking the outer edge of the elbow across the lap, palm wide. Look to the side or over the back shoulder. Couple breaths. Good. Unwind the body. Take a hold of the shin. Uncross that leg. Send that leg long and bend the other knee. Sole of the foot to the ground. So options here, you can keep the feet hip width. If you want a deeper twist, you're going to bring that long leg in line with the belly button and cross the bent leg on top. And then holding the shin, sit up tall. So before you twist, you really want to rise up so you have a nice long spine to twist around. Lift the left arm, the same arm as the bent leg. Rotate towards the bent leg, gather it into the elbow, give it a little hug, and then send the left arm down. Press down into the fingers, rise up through the head. Keep hugging the knee or bring the outer edge of the elbow to the knee. Look to the side or over the back shoulder. A few breaths. Good. Unwind the body. Take a hold of that shin of the front leg. Unwind the legs. Send that leg long. Bring the hips behind you. Just kind of lean back and roll the ankles. So real easy. Just roll those ankles around one way. Relax the feet. Roll the ankles the other way. Good job. And then we're going to get ready to come onto our back. So bend your knees, feet to the ground. Scooch the hips forward. Scooch your body forward so you have room to lay back. We're about to come into Shavasana. So from where you are, lift the arms up. And then when you're ready, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, and come all the way down. And then when you get down, take a nice big stretch out. Send the legs forward, send the arms behind you. Stretch the legs, the arms, the fingers, the toes. Everything stretches out. And gather the knees up into the body. Hold the knees or hold the shins or wrap the arms around the legs and take a rock. Back and forth, side to side. Bring your hands on top of the knees, circle the knees one way. And then circle the knees the other way. With knees into the belly, you're going to hold here and then open the knees apart, soles of feet towards each other. Slide the hands down the shins, grab the ankles, tops of feet or outer edges of feet to come into that bound angle or Baddha Konasana, just like we did a moment ago when we were seated. Hold here and breathe. Nice long spine, open through the hips. Spacious in the pelvis. Good. Take one more deep breath. Slide the hands along the shins, catch the knees, bring the knees together, inner thighs come towards each other. Place the feet on the ground, knees up to the ceiling, hands slide down the thighs to the low belly. Keep the inner thighs and knees glued together, widen your feet as wide as your mat. Hands on the belly or one hand on the chest or heart, one hand on the belly. Hands could also come to Shavasana. Take a deep in breath. And exhale, turn your head to the right and pause. Send your breath into the left side of the neck, deep in breath. And full out breath. Inhale through center. Exhale the head up and over to the other side and pause. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale through center. Exhale right where you are. Take a moment to land and breathe here. To reconnect to yourself, to your body, to your breath, to your heart. To remember any intention that you created today. Holding that in your heart, in your body, in your mind, so that you can carry that with you today as you transition off the mat. As you take a moment to connect here, just notice if there's any other postures or movement or stretches that the body's craving before you come to rest. And if there is, feel free to take that now or stay where you are. And then when you're ready, you'll make your way to Shavasana, our final resting pose. We'll be there for a few moments together before I call you out. So I'll begin to guide you in case it's new or less familiar, but if you know where you're headed, you can come in anytime. Eventually, the knees would point up to the ceiling if they were still knocked together. Extend one leg forward to the front corner of the mat, the other leg forward to the front corner of the mat, and then arms fall off the body, slightly away from the body. Space between the body and the arms. Backs of hands touch the ground, palms open, eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Let yourself start to surrender here. Feel your body melt into the earth. Release any tension. Relax the muscles around the face, the forehead, the eyes, the jaw. Relax your throat and shoulders, collarbones and chest. Upper arms and lower arms. Palms of hands and backs of hands. Belly soft. Back body relaxed. Hips and pelvis heavy and weighted towards the earth. Upper legs and lower legs. Tops of feet and soles of feet. Fingers relaxed and toes relaxed. Upper body and lower body. Your whole body relaxed. Take just a couple breaths to stay here. And let go. And without needing to move anything, just bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel the breath deepen and travel to all the outer edges and corners of your body, bringing that new energy, prana, and life force that you've cultivated through your practice. Breathing in vitality and peace and love and grace. As your awareness and breath deepen, if you'd like to bring movement back in, just wiggle the fingers or the toes or move in any way that would feel right. Taking your time, begin to come to either side. You can come to fetal pose. Knees into belly, arms into chest, maybe resting the head on the arms. You're also welcome to stay in Shavasana longer if you'd like. With eyes closed or a soft, relaxed gaze, use the top arm to help press you up to seated. Legs can come crossed or any other comfortable position. Backs of hands can touch the knees or lap, palms open, sit up tall. Take a deep in breath. And full out breath. The next time you inhale, let your hands meet in front of the heart to seal in your practice and intention. And as you exhale, bow your head back to yourself. We'll end together on the sound of Om, the sound of community, to seal in practice and intention, joining our voices together, even from afar. We'll start with a letting go breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale a sigh. And we'll begin. Deep breath in. And as your head bows back to yourself, taking one last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this hour with me and practicing with me. I'm so glad that you guys are here, and have a wonderful, wonderful day and week ahead. I miss you, and I can't wait to see you again soon, either in studio, online, or outdoors. So take care. I'm so glad that you guys were able to join us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can send me a message below or a direct message, and we'll be in touch. So great. Thank you, Helen, Randy. Thanks so much for that. Oh, that means so nice to me. Love the sound of my voice. Thank you. The yoga voice. I appreciate that. So I'm so glad that you found us and you found our classes and you're practicing with us. It's so great to see all you guys. We'll do this again soon. So I'll be back Wednesday morning at 9 for a gentle moderate class. So similar to our gentle flow, we just kind of kick it up a notch. So we give some intermediate options. We'll be doing that at 9. I also teach Zumba Tuesday nights at 6:30, so you can join me on Zoom for that. And then we'll be back on Friday. This is great, Mom. Thanks. You took me outside today. That's so good. It's going to be a beautiful day. Cindy, thank you. Shannon, thank you. I'm so glad you're feeling relaxed now. I always feel better once I teach, too. I feel set up and ready to be the best version of myself for the day. So I hope that it helped you as well. Thank you, Amy. I'm so glad that you found us, too. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for following along. Thanks for all your support, all your encouragement. And this is just great. I'm so glad we can still be in community together. So we'll see you again real soon. Sarah, thank you. Patty, thank you. You guys are awesome. I miss you guys terribly. I love you so much, and I can't wait to be together again soon. Mwah. Have a great day. Take care.